Remember when everyone would ask you when you were little, what do you want to be when you grow up? And now we're grown up and don't know what we're doing with our lives? Hi, my name is Madeline and I am a college and career life coach. I help high school students, college students, and young adults navigate the confusion that is life after graduation. Whether it's choosing your first career path or changing to a new career path, I am here to help you figure out what it is that you are doing with your life. So welcome, get comfortable, and let's hang out together.
Welcome back to the We Grew Up Now What podcast. I am here today to do another one of the frequently asked questions series. And today's question is going to be, is it worth going away to college? From a financial aspect, if you have a full ride, definitely go for it. I mean, if you don't have to necessarily pay a bunch of money to be able to go off somewhere, then I definitely think it's worth to go have the experience what it's like to be independent away from your parents and your family, meet new people, get to know new environments. I feel like there's a lot of things that you can benefit from going away to college when you don't have the financial burden. So if you don't mind being away from your family and you don't plan on going back very often, going away to college may be something that you're interested in, especially, like I said, if you have a full ride or a scholarship or something to ease the financial burden, that's even better. I didn't go very far away for college, but I do feel like I still gained a lot of good experiences. I got to go off, have my own space, practice independence, develop my own way of thinking. It was just overall a good experience. But on the other hand, if you don't have a full ride or a scholarship in general, especially if you're wanting to go out of state, the tuition can be really ridiculous. So that is definitely something that you need to consider before making your decision as to where you're going to go to college. If for some reason you're going to a school with little to no scholarships just to say that you went to that school, then that may not pay off well in the end for you. It really just depends on what you're studying. Prestige doesn't always put you ahead in the world of getting hired for a job. But especially if you are not 100% sure about the major you're choosing or the career path you're pursuing, it does seem like a big gamble to take, not only to go far away for school, but even just to enroll in a university in general, because it's a lot of extra time and money that you're spending and you're not even completely sure about what you're studying. So in that case, it may be more beneficial for you to maybe start a general studies program at a community college near your house. You can start working, trying new things, trying multiple jobs or multiple activities to see what it is that you like or what it is that you don't like. And all of those experiences are going to push you towards knowing what it is that you want to do for your career while also not spending bukus of money on education at a university. So even if you don't know what you're doing and you still want to go to a university, I'm not saying it's not going to be worth it, but you'll gain positive things from that experience. But the benefits in the long run may not be as great as if you kind of take it slow, stay closer to home, work a job, whatever you want to do at that time. It's always safe to completely weigh out all your options before you make a decision, because you may find that there's something that's going to work better for you and help you achieve your goals more efficiently. A lot of schools, especially if they're far away or out of state, can come with a serious financial burden if you have nobody helping you to pay for it. And even if you can get student loans, sometimes those, eventually have to be paid back. And it's going to be a financial burden, whether it's right now or whether it's later on. You're going to have to eventually pay that money back. There are usually similar programs closer to home, although some people are like itching to get away from their parents, which I totally get that. I mean, it's fun to be able to go off and live by yourself in the college environment for sure. But I don't want that to stop you from evaluating all of your options and figuring out what might be best for you from an educational standpoint, from a financial standpoint. Like look at it from more than one perspective to make sure that it is actually something that's going to be a good decision for you at that point in your life. I think I used this example of nursing in my When Should I Go to College episode. But if it were me and I had an interest in nursing, some people go to a 4-year university and get their nursing degree that way. But in my opinion, I feel like there are better ways to do it. Nursing degrees you can build on top of each other. So you can start with the lowest as like a CNA. Go through the CNA training. I think it's only a month or a few months to get that training. Get certified for that. Start working as a CNA. Make sure you like it before you sink all this money into a university. Because then from the CNA, you can build on top of it an LPN, which is only a 1-year program. Then you can build on top of it an RN or your associate's, a 2-year program in nursing. And then if you want to keep going from there, and you can also do it online while you work. If you want to get your bachelor's in nursing, you can do that. But I just don't feel like for that specific situation, for that specific career path, that it's always the smartest thing just to go straight into the bachelor's. Because what if you get there and you're learning about nursing and you enjoy learning about nursing, but once you get in the field, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is what I want for myself. Like, this is not what I imagined it would be. So then that 4 years of college and time and money and energy that you spent trying to get that degree just goes to waste because it's almost, I don't want to say you blindly chose something, but you chose a path that didn't allow you to completely evaluate your interests before going all in. And that's not to say that people can't, go straight into a university, get their nursing degree and absolutely love it, because I'm sure that's possible. But for someone who's not completely sure about what they want to do, they just, chose it because they think they'd be good at it. Sounds like a good idea. It pays well. Make sure you really evaluate your interest in that. Because for me, I liked x-ray and I loved learning about x-ray, all that. But once I got into the field, there were certain aspects of the job that I did not love. And at first I told myself, okay, well, I'm just going to, temporarily work in this situation and then eventually move on to something else. But then it slowly started to weigh on me more and more. And I, realized, what? My interest actually is not aligning with this career field. I love the actual active taking x-rays, but there are so many other aspects of this career field that you have to factor in that I'm just not meshing with. And I decided to walk away. Had I actually taken the time to really get to know what that career was all about, shadow more than once, and figure out if I genuinely was going to enjoy it, I might have made a different decision. But, I was just looking for a quick fix to my situation so that I could hurry up and get a job and hurry up and become independent. I now realize I have kind of gone down a rabbit hole, but back to the question of, is it worth going away to college? It just depends on your personal situation, what you're looking for, what type of financial support you have. I would just say give it lots of thought, talk it over with those who are financially supporting you if you have that type of person in your life, and just really evaluate the entire situation from multiple standpoints, whether it's financial or educational. Just make sure that it's the right decision for you. And if you happen to go away and you realize you don't like it, it's always okay for you to change your mind, come back, try something different, try a different approach. So, yeah, it's a big decision trying to figure out where you want to go to college. And I think it deserves a lot of thought and a lot of discussion, especially with those who are involved with helping you pay for it. So that's all I have to say on that topic. I do believe this is probably another shorter episode. I am still recovering from the flu, the laryngitis that it gave me. So I'm trying not to overwork my voice right now. But I realized last week I had mentioned in the podcast that I was going to start posting podcast episodes bi-weekly. But I think at this point, I'm going to do them every week. I've got like plenty of stuff that I can talk about. So there's no need for me to hold back when I can comfortably post them every week. So I'm going to be posting them every week. I am also posting every single day on my platforms. I am posting content around this podcast topic. So kind of different aspects of this topic, whatever the topic is every week, I will be posting about that. So make sure you're following me on social media so that you can get all that bonus content. And if you want to be the first to know about when these podcast episodes are coming out, join my mailing list. You'll also have access to any programs that I offer, any sales that I run, any other bonus content. You'll be getting all of that in my mailing list. So if you would like to be a part of that, I am sending out emails right now once a week. Just whenever my podcast episodes are live, I let my mailing list know so that they can have access to it immediately. So if that's something you're interested in, I will leave a link in the show notes for you to subscribe yourself to my mailing list. I'm going to leave a link to all of my social media platforms in the show notes. Remember, I have the new social media handles now. It is Madeline Swan LLC. If you are having trouble with figuring out what career you're interested in or how to pursue that career path, or just any other general questions that you need a personalized answer to, I'm going to drop the link to my free 30-minute coaching calls. Feel free to sign up for that, and I would be happy to get to know you and your situation and figure out how I can best serve you. So that is all I have for you today. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, and let's hang out again soon.